Tiger Mountain, and we can do that in 3 different ways. We might use natural enrichment, and that would be something like a deer antler shed from one of our pure deer later on. We consider that natural because in the wild, these tigers do eat deer, so they'd be familiar with that item. We might do also something that's man-made. And let's see, if you look carefully, there is a boomer ball, just like this one right here. It's suspended between 2 trees. There are holes cut out, like you see in this one. And we can put little frozen meatballs in there, little treats for the tiger. And it becomes a spin toy for the tigers, these tigers. It does not matter that they've been born and raised in captivity. These are wild animals. They will hurt you. If I were to walk in there right now, even though Alexis is a really nice animal, tiger feels safe. Because they know we can't go through that and come at them or hurt them or anything that they might feel uncomfortable with. So they feel comfortable. She's about 10 years old, and she was born right here at the Bronx Zoo. She weighs in about 330 pounds. And if you listen carefully, she's going to talk through this entire set. She's not being aggressive. I know it's going to sound a little aggressive, but she's just a talker. You probably know some friends or family at home, they talk all day long. That's Alexis. So you're going to see, Annika's going to go through a series of commands. Right there, she asked her to stand up tall. And that's so we can inspect her belly and make sure there's nothing going on there. There's no mats, no wounds. She might also have Alexis go from side to side, maybe show off her paw, open up her mouth and speak. All of these things allow us to get a good close look at this tiger to make sure she's healthy. Now, if there is a problem, we have veterinarians on staff here 24/7. They could come over right now and take a look at her just as we're doing right now if there was a problem. And then they could decide what they want to do. The only time that we actually put our hands on this animal is if she was sedated or fully asleep, ready for a surgical procedure. But we haven't had to do that, so we consider ourselves very lucky. Now, when she does the command correctly, you'll notice she gets rewarded with a little meatball, and that is fed to her on the end of a feed stick. Annika's not using her fingers because these tigers sometimes make a mistake, and they grab the feed stick too. So Annika values her fingers, and she does it very safely. Now, you can find Siberian tigers in the wild in places like Russia, northern China, and Korea. They live in wooded habitats, pretty much like the one you see here. And these are considered cold climate animals. So while we're all bundling up for the winter, it's getting really cold, these tigers are just loving this weather. And like I said, they withstand temperatures of minus 30 degrees. So they can't wait for the snow to fly. That's their favorite time of year. And they're really the most active when we have a lot of snow on the ground. So this is kind of the best time to see them. Now, they estimate there are less than 200 of these tigers left in the wild. And there are 2 main reasons for that. First of all, we're destroying their habitat. We're cutting down the forest where they live. If they can't find any place to live or hide, neither can the deer, things that they eat, so they end up starving in the wild. And even though they are extremely endangered, they are still hunted to this day for beautiful fur and parts of their body, things of that nature. So the best thing we can do is to boycott any companies that buy, sell, or trade in tiger parts or fur, because that's the only way we're going to save them. They guess about 10,000 of these tigers exist in captivity. And like I said, less than 200 in the wild. So that's really something to consider and think about. Now, we feed our tigers horse meat. It's fortified with all the nutrients and vitamins that they need. And we also give them little treats at the end of the day or during a set like this. They might get a piece of chicken, maybe a knuckle bone, or a little frozen popsicle formation we call a bloodsicle. It's like a tiger popsicle, basically. And once they get their piece of chicken at the end of this set, the tiger knows that they're all done. They don't have to train anymore. Now, sometimes we can exhibit Alexis here with her mom, Norma. Usually, though, these tigers are considered solitary. They don't want to be around another tiger. But on a good day, Alexis and your mom can come out together. Today was not a good day. Norma did not want to come out, so I didn't push it. We want to keep our animals happy and keep them positive. If we do anything negative or punish them, they don't trust us and they don't want to work for us. So we want to work whatever's comfortable for our tigers. So Norma, her mom, did not want to come out today, and that's fine. Up above us, there's a building that houses all of our tigers, and they have indoor-outdoor facilities. Even though you can't see it, Norma's outside today enjoying this cold weather, so she's happy to be away from her daughter today. That's just fine with us. All right, looks like Alexis got her piece of chicken. So she's going to munch on that. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask any one of us. If not, enjoy the rest of your day. We do have another tiger presentation at 1:30. On the other side was Sasha, and Sasha is the brother to Alexis. Have a good one, guys.
What's the lifespan?
Thank you.
Sorry?
The lifespan.
About 20, 25 years.